32 seconds. And I haven't said a word in 32 seconds. That's not good. Hey, guys. Very quickly, it's almost 17 hours. It's to 17. Before I leave, I wanted to share something with you very quickly. Do you guys have Netflix? Could you tell me in the comments below? Hey, Travis Wansa, how are you? Yes, this is a quick one. Hey, Sarah Zulu. I didn't plan on doing this, but before I walk out of my office, I have to give you guys a strong recommendation. You know, do you guys have Netflix? I'm sure many of you do. I came across this story the other day. Well, really, it was last night. We were watching this film last night. It's called American Murder, The Family Next Door. Hey, Gracie Peary, go to Netflix and watch this film, American Murder, The Family Next Door. It'll make you rethink the whole concept of love and marriage. It's one of the most heart-wrenching stories. I know there are many, but this film, it's really a documentary, but it's done in such a clever way. Every piece of footage in this film was either taken from the body cam of a police officer or the footage that was posted on Facebook by Shanann and her husband. And the director that pieced this film together did it so beautifully because he literally knit all the pieces together. Footage from the cop, footage from Facebook, footage from the security cameras, footage from the police station where they would interview the suspect. Every piece of footage was a direct consequence of these sources. It wasn't because someone went in with a high-tech camera and shot this documentary. It's a sad story. It really is. And I encourage you, whoever you are, please watch that. It'll change your life. It'll make you love more. It'll make you look at your partner and appreciate them more, you know, if that's where you are spiritually, you know, and it's one of the most, I remember the story on CNN. This was about three years ago. I remember it playing out on CNN, but, you know, of course on CNN, it was bits and pieces of it. You know, we didn't follow it the way this film lays it out. And I'm telling you, man, you watch this, it'll break your heart. Break your heart. You know, here it is, a guy who's never had a history of violence, has never had a history of murder. He's never had a history or a proclivity towards his wife to be violent. And then all of a sudden, he's thrust into a situation where he now decides, in that moment, he decides, I'm going to kill my wife. I'm going to kill my children. I'm not giving this away. It's not a movie. This is real life. It's not a film, you know, and this whole thing played out in the public domain. Everybody knows the story. So I'm not giving it away. You know, for those of you movie buffs, it's not about, well, you're telling me the end. No, I'm sort of giving you an overview. You know, but that's what I found interesting in the stories, that this guy, he never had a proclivity towards violence or murder. But then all of a sudden, he just decides in that moment, I'm going to kill my wife. and get rid of my children. And kudos to those police officers. I mean, when you watch the way those police officers interrogated him, it's the most amazing thing. Incredible. So Judith Gracelife says, oh, here, let me show you what she says. Judith says, I have watched it. It is horrifying to see and know that monster like him exists. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. But what's interesting is that he wasn't always a monster. That's what I find crazy. You know, the word of God says that the heart of man is desperately wicked. But here's the guy who, he never had a history of violence. You know, the thing with serial killers, usually serial killers have had a long history of that, of killing. But here it is, this guy, you know, for all intent and purposes was a loving father, you know, and then all of a sudden he just snapped, you know, and what was sad is that ultimately we discover at the end or near the end that it was because of, I won't give you the rest of the movie, but watch it, American Murder. The Family Next Door, a true story, a tragic story. Okay? All righty. Hey, Susan. Susan, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. See, there's my big old softbox light there. All right. What are you saying here? Victoria, he had mental illness. People have hate in their minds. And if you keep it too long, it's what makes that happen. Well, when you watch this documentary, he really didn't have mental illness, in my view. You'll understand why at the end of the movie. There's a reason he did that. Of course, I'm not justifying it. I mean, it was crazy. But there was a reason in his mind. There was a reason why he felt he had to do that. You know, it's a ridiculous reason, but the reason is there. It exists. So watch it and tell me what you think. Oh, you're so sweet. I love you, big man. Really? Thank you. I'm so humble. Well, not humbled. I don't like it when people say, I'm humbled. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shania. You should start a podcast. Yes, I'm in the process of doing that, actually. Thank you. Hey, guys, I got to go. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye.